celestial explorers. This is Maya Cat, here to whisk you away into the glittering world of astrology. Today, we're decoding the cosmic shakeups of full moon of August 9th, 2025, where trust trembles, freedom has a price, and Mars speaks through puppets. To help break it all down, I've enlisted the brainpower of none other than Brian. So grab your popcorn, or maybe a glass of wine, and let him spill the tea.
Thanks, Maya. You always set the stage beautifully. Now let's explore how these cosmic movements will ripple through our lives, and what they mean for the bigger picture. On the 9th of August 2025, at precisely 7:54 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, the moon will swell into fullness. Not just any fullness, but a fullness steeped in rebellion, cloaked in electricity, born under the sign of Aquarius at 17 degrees, where the future hums beneath the surface of the now. This is not merely an astronomical event. It is a cosmic intervention, a celestial hinge upon which the ordinary may swing violently into the extraordinary. And if you feel, in the days leading up to it, a strange restlessness, like your thoughts are trying to escape your skull, do not be alarmed. That is not anxiety. That is Uranus speaking. Uranus, the renegade planet, the god of sudden thunderclaps and radical departures, the celestial patron of inventors, rebels, and people who unplug their Wi-Fi just to see what silence sounds like. Uranus rules this moon. It dances in its home sign, Aquarius. And when Uranus is at home, expect the unexpected, expect the unplanned, expect your toaster to burn your bread at exactly the moment you're trying to impress your in-laws, expect a text from an old lover, expect your dog to suddenly develop opinions about modern art. This full moon arrives not alone, but flanked by a constellation of rare and potent astrological alignments, like a queen entering a ballroom surrounded by masked conspirators. One of them, the most profound and quietly seismic, is known as the Converge, a rare configuration involving slow, powerful planets that do not act hastily. But when they move, nations tremble and hearts break in slow motion. These are the deep-time architects of fate, the ones who build empires and dissolve marriages with equal indifference. But Uranus, ever the show-off, steals the spotlight. It injects this lunation with a jolt of raw, unpredictable energy, like a shot of liquid lightning straight into the bloodstream of the world. And because Aquarius is the sign of the collective, of networks, of social contracts and group dynamics, this energy will ripple outward, not just through individuals, but through offices, families, online communities, and subway cars full of strangers who suddenly feel like they're all thinking the same forbidden thought. You might find yourself gripped by a peculiar kind of dread, not born of real danger, but of imagined catastrophes. You've booked the vacation, the tickets are confirmed, the hotel has a pool and a bar that serves mojitos at sunset, and yet you lie awake wondering, what if the flight is cancelled? What if my child eats a suspicious berry and swells up like a balloon? What if my boss suddenly remembers a meeting that's been dead for 6 months and won't let me leave? And none of this is rational. It is Uranus whispering paranoia into the ears of your nervous system, and it won't just affect you. From August 4th to 16th, the world will be collectively twitchy, like a cat that's seen a ghost. And who will bear the brunt of this nervous energy? The foot soldiers of modern life, the customer service agents, the delivery drivers, the taxi drivers, the salespeople, the poor souls who answer phones and say, "How can I help you today?" with a smile while silently screaming into the void. If you are one of these people, armor yourself. Your clients may be kind, but they may also be irrational, anxious, prone to asking the same question 5 times. Not because you're failing, but because the cosmos has turned their minds into storm clouds. Aquarius is also the sign of reputation, the invisible currency we trade in the marketplace of human interaction. In this full moon's glow, you're standing among peers, your credibility, your name, they all hang in delicate balance. A careless word, a poorly timed joke, a tweet sent in haste, these can erode years of trust in a single breath. The respected leader may stumble, the beloved colleague may say something that echoes too loudly in the silence that follows. And just like that, the throne cracks. Trust, then, becomes the silent arbiter of decisions. You may be offered a dream vacation, perfect location, 5-star hotel, a price that seems too good to be true. But if the company offering it feels shady, if their website looks like it was designed in 1998, if their customer service agent hesitates just a little too long, you'll walk away. Not because the deal is bad, but because your soul feels the lack of trust. And in this time, feeling trumps logic. If you are in business, if you sell ideas, services, dreams, speak the language of trust. Say, "You can count on me." Say it often. Say it like a spell. And then, oh then, comes the rarest of alignments. Mars in opposition to both Saturn and Neptune, all three locked in a tense celestial triangle. This configuration is rarer than a blue moon in a leap year. The last time it occurred was May 1989. Before that, 1703, yes, 1703, when people still believed in witches and thought coffee was a dangerous new drug. And in 1989, Lithuania declared its independence. Coincidence? Perhaps? Or perhaps the universe, in its infinite irony, uses such moments to ignite revolutions, both geopolitical and personal. This aspect straddles the Aries-Libra axis, the eternal tension between me and we, between action and harmony, between charging forward and holding hands. It means that what has been simmering beneath the surface, those quiet resentments, those unspoken grievances, will now boil over. That neighbor who parks their bicycle in the hallway, making it impossible to pass with a stroller or grocery bags, the one you've politely tolerated for 2 years. Suddenly you're drafting a passive-aggressive note in your head. If the bike appears again, I shall gift it to the recycling bin. With love, the person who can't carry her groceries past your spokes. But here's the twist. Mars is in Libra, and Mars in Libra doesn't fight. It negotiates, it doesn't shout, it finds someone else to shout for it. It's the planet that says, "I'm furious, but I also want to be liked." So instead of confronting your early rising grandmother, who clatters pots at 5 a.m. to make you pancakes you never asked for, you whisper to her favorite grandchild, "Hey, could you mention casually that 5 a.m. is a bit much? I'd do it myself, but I value my breakfast and her babysitting services." This is the art of indirect action, the martial energy channeled through diplomacy, manipulation, or sheer cowardice. And it's everywhere. In offices where you convince the boss's favorite employee to request a coffee machine. In families where you get your sister to tell your mom you're allergic to loud noises. And yet, beneath all this, there is a deeper truth. Agreements made now without genuine trust are built on sand. You may promise your boss you'll never be late again. Your boss may promise to never delay your paycheck. You both know it's a lie, but you sign anyway. Because sometimes freedom is too expensive. And so we bargain. We trade pieces of ourselves, our time, our silence, our integrity, for comfort, for security, for pancakes. This is the price of freedom. The central riddle of this lunation. How much liberty are you willing to sell? How much convenience are you willing to buy? And then, just when you think it's all about tension and negotiation, the full moon delivers a gift, the sudden explosive breakthrough. Something that has been moving slowly, shakily, like a train on a broken track, suddenly lurches forward and flies. That blog you've written for years with no audience, one post goes viral. That product your company launched with a whimper, suddenly everyone wants it. This is the power of accumulated effort meeting cosmic timing. The universe, in its mischievous way, rewards persistence with a firework. But beware, the same energy can cause a sudden eruption of pent-up frustration, a verbal explosion aimed at a friend, a colleague, a loved one. The dam breaks, the tea kettle screams, and you wonder afterward why you said those things. Spoiler, it was Uranus. Always blame Uranus. Mercury, still retrograde until the 11th, adds its own layer of chaos. It's like trying to write a novel with a pen that keeps skipping. Important conversations may misfire, emails will be misunderstood, plans will unravel. And even after Mercury goes direct, it will linger in stillness from the 10th to the 12th, like a car idling before it drives off. Don't start anything new then, just keep pushing forward on what's already in motion. Save the grand beginnings for the 13th, when the stars finally exhale. And finally, there is the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, where structure meets illusion, where reality wears a mask. Mars, standing near it, suggests that someone somewhere will lash out, not at a person, but at a symbol, a flag, a logo, a statue, a policy. Anger will be directed not at the thing itself, but at what it represents. Be mindful. Symbols have power, and power, as always, tempts the bold to strike. So when the Sturgeon moon rises on August 9th, glowing like a silver coin tossed into the well of time, Remember, you are not just watching an event, you are inside it. You are part of its story. You are both the rebel and the ruler, the one who breaks free and the one who stays for the pancakes. And if, in the silence beneath the moon's light, you feel a sudden urge to do something utterly insane, quit your job, kiss a stranger, adopt a raccoon, pause, breathe, laugh, then ask yourself, is this madness or is it the future knocking? Because under this moon, the line between the two has never been thinner.
That's a wrap, my galactic pals. Whether you're riding high or feeling a bit lost among the constellations, remember, every challenge is just a stepping stone to greatness. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you loved this episode, subscribe for more interstellar insights, and drop a comment to let us know what you think. Until next time, stay shiny, stay fierce, and keep reaching for the stars. Meow off.